Shocking facts about Abraham Lincoln. You are about to hear one of history's most amazing encounter between two families. Their interaction was not famous in history books. It is a subtle yet very notable exchange of thanks. We all know that Lincoln was assassinated at the Ford's Theater. Many have mourned his death, especially his family. You would not believe this one truly fascinating encounter between the Lincolns and the Booths. By the end of this video, you will see an authentic picture of a painting of Abraham Lincoln and his son reading a book. We all know Abraham Lincoln as the President of the United States. But did you know that the Lincolns started off very poor? In fact, they should not be so poor if only Abraham's father was not so lazy. Most of the days, it was little Abraham and his mother who had to look for food. Abraham would bring home fish he caught in a stream nearby. His mother would actually go hunting for food. That explains Abraham's interest for artilleries when he was president. This wasn't the type of family you thought the President Lincoln grew up in, did you? Abraham started teaching himself to read and write at the ripe young age of 7. They only had 3 books in the house, so he made full use of them. When Abraham's father remarried, he finally had the chance to attend school together with his step-siblings. As obvious as it is, Abraham had a liking to learning. He grew up a very smart and confident man. Eventually, he became President of the United States. Even after obtaining such a high position in the country, Abraham did not lose his humbleness. He never let his power and authority get into his head. Abraham was married to a scholar. His wife helped teach Abraham and his sister to read and spell. As they grew older, they continued to learn new things every day. Let's talk about Thomas Tad Lincoln, who was Abraham's youngest son. He was a very energetic boy and often misbehaved. He had a strong will and a big personality. He was described as an unrestrained child who acted impulsively. He never attended school when his father was still alive. He would often disrupt very important presidential meetings. He was pardoned, of course, being the son of the president. He collected personal fees from charging visitors who wanted to see President Lincoln. What a sneaky little boy. Now sadly, Lively Thomas only got to live until the age of 18. He died of an illness in Chicago. But during his short life, he had a most remarkable encounter with the Booths family. Months before his father was assassinated, little Tad Lincoln was in New Jersey. He was escorted to the train station, where they waited for their train. Tad Lincoln, being the reckless child that he is, he was excited when they rode the train. He stood on the platform and was pushed backwards by the other passengers. His small stature could not withstand the force and fell into the space between the platform and the train. Suddenly, a hand reached out to him and pulled him up. It was no other than Edwin Booth, who was a famous actor at that time. He was the brother of John Wilkes Booth, the man who would assassinate President Lincoln only months later. Isn't that a remarkable coincidence? It's incredible how the world brings people to mingle with one another. Click on this next video to watch about the most iconic Wild West figures brought to life.